Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research, because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda. All right, good evening, folks. Once again, I got my little starlight up the back up there with me. I don't know what's going on, but the lighting's changed in the studio for some reason. Anyway, that's where we are, guys. It's look, welcome to the show. Anyone that's a new viewer, what we are is we're the truth, guys. We just put out what's actually going on out there, and you're looking at my milkshake maker at the moment. But anyway, there you go. Yeah, so welcome to anyone new. We're on Facebook here. Once you get to here on Facebook, we would suggest that you get over to Project Matilda or Rumble, where we have a lot of people over there watching on them channels, and Twitter. Different channels, guys, but I suggest as we can, we get off Facebook, okay? A few people obviously going to hang around here, so you new people have got someone to talk to or whatever when you come in. But, yeah, guys, it's coming down, right? We've been talking about it. I've been, coaching you along, as I sort of put it, with the way I do stuff, that it's going to get heavy. Now, it's Maui revisited, guys. We're going to have a look at a few clips, but Florida is the perfect, North Carolina, Tennessee, and that is the perfect example of the mayhem that the deep state wish to bring on. Okay, we've got banks going down at the moment. We're going to cover all that in the show, guys, so I won't talk too much about that on the run-in. But, guys, from the words of the infamous, I'll call him Romeo Georges, all right, who I still consider a great mate, our governments all around the world, guys, they love us to death. And they are showing you that right now with what's going on over in America. And, guys, they've done this to us with Davey O'Neig's and everyone else up on the northern rivers. All right, this is their playbook, guys. All right, so this is a massive scale over there. So we'll get into that in a minute. Now, a couple of things that we've got just floating around the old internet is not that guy, all right, because I'm researching him. Let's go to this one. Okay, so again, we'll probably cover this in the show. I don't know, but guys, they're all talking about the docks. All right, it's going to be enough to really slow down the supply chain. That's going to hurt all of us, guys. Absolutely all of us. All right. But yeah, we've probably got a little bit of that in the show. If we haven't, we can talk about that later. But yeah, the ports in America is obviously, if you're not watching the mainstream and you're listening to the sort of stuff that we listen to, guys, you will all know about it. Australian National University to cut jobs and spending as it faces a 200 million deficit this year. Tell me how. Apart from overspending and, you know, not looking after their budgets, etc., because they're just on free government money. But how are they in? I just find this funny. I haven't looked into it yet, guys, but 200 million deficit when they got China, you know, 85% Chinese students. You know, I really don't know. I don't know. But I just thought that was interesting. It's just something, 200 million deficit. Well, Fiona McDonald, she was part of the TV stuff, guys. All right. She was only 67. And in 2021, she got a motor neuron disease detected in her. So she was on Knockout and the program Wombat. All right, buddy. Again, you know what I mean? I would suspect that there's something behind that, guys. And we are seeing a lot of it. The communities are talking. I've heard stomach cancer, 15 signs and symptoms you shouldn't ignore. Well, again, I just want to remind anyone who's watching out there in authority that you are the reason for all the cancers. It's as simple as that, guys. So you're being warned again, you Aussies out there in the media, they're not going to let up that monkeypox cases are surging. So stop playing with your monkey, all right? And, yeah, all right. Now, this is something funny, but, you know, because we all know what goes on here, but the ACT government confirms it is known for years that the coat of arms on its building is incorrectly displayed. So, guys, it's the wrong coat of arms for a start. Incorrectly displayed would mean nothing to you guys because you don't care. All right, so it just shows you how much, you know, even in their own coat of arms, guys, it's not right. They put it back to front. They do this, they do that. We're in the most expensive countries in the world. Where does Australia rank? Well, guess where it ranks, guys? Up there with New York. We are ranked 70%. On their scale that they had, yeah, we were up with the American cities. So, you know, and that's New York, all right? That's where the cost of living's really gone up. So we are one of the most expensive countries in the world to actually live in. And look at our country, guys, 27 million people, the resources that we've got. And here we are, like we're number 4 in the world for the dearest country in the world. Come on in, Cazza. Come into this debt-stricken country that we own, you know what I mean, with so many resources and, you know,
Dave,
water,
you need to answer something. Here, people are asking, are you okay? Jeffrey Hunter's asked, are you okay? You don't sound great.
No, I'm okay. Of course I'm okay. Yeah, just getting, just, you know, every day it's just the same thing. It's just mayhem, guys, every day. But the good thing is a lot of people, I've been told, are starting to wake up to this nonsense. So, you know, maybe that, you know, that Red Sea moment's getting closer, guys, but I'm hanging for it. All right, this has been a long, hard war, man. Psychologically, you know, we get hammered, don't forget. You know, like, you new viewers will think we're crazy, but I tell you that they're not mucking around with their direct energy weapons and that at the moment, you know, and they're whatever they want to do through their 5G, you know, networks. And so, yeah, it's been a hard slog, I reckon. We're here. We're still here. But, yeah, has it been hard? My word, it has.
It has been. Okay, let's have a quick whiz around Australia. So Albo has basically shrinkflation. Have a listen to this.
Out in new packaging, it's the same price as before, but the box feels a little bit lighter. It's called shrinkflation, and it's a trick supermarkets and food retailers use to charge you more when you're getting less. Price tags are meant to have unit pricing on them, so you can make sure you're getting good value. But right now, there aren't any penalties to make supermarkets follow that rule. We're changing that to make sure you know you're getting a fair deal when you buy.
All right. Handle here, Oz Integrity. They've basically said, wow, you're a piece of work. You've just conflated shrinkflation with an already existing mandatory code for unit pricing. You're proposing a solution that's been in place since 2010 and pretending it's new. There's not rash enough language to describe just how disgusted I am in you, and it's included the unit pricing information. So very interesting.
That's unreal how we can even get up there and talk like that. What an embarrassment. You know what I mean? Like, really?
All of our politicians are an embarrassment, and that's the reason why Muslims are starting their own party, or at least Fatima Payman is starting her own party. But I'd say that it'd be, yeah, I'd say
that's that's
is
a
expected to
scary
launch
thing
her own
too, I'm
political
telling you.
party. According to the Australian, the West Australian senator could launch and register the new party before November. Political sources suggest the party could extend outside WA and potentially run Senate candidates in most states at the next federal election. New polling suggests Labor is struggling to gain Muslim support in key seats.
Yep. We know what they want to do, guys. All right, and it is all playing out well. This is down to the wire. It's unreal. How we win is the intriguing bit to me, because these guys, I don't know what we've done, but you are shocking tonight. You got really bad reception there from what I can tell anyway. But anyway, we'll just keep going. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. Can somebody comment in the here? All right. So Migration Watch, they've put out this. He puts out a lot of really good stuff.
Comfortable with each other. They're sharing shaman's lounges and giving each other top jobs. Like Shorten just went from his position into the top university sort of thing. Like, it, in my opinion, this is kind of like oligarchic behavior. Right? There should be a separation between business and government, in my opinion. Where we've found ourselves is that there's a high low, but the low is too busy fighting itself over these cultural issues and calling each other racist and stupid and stuff like that. So if they stop doing that and they sort of said, hold on, all of us are getting a bad deal here, we need to put pressure on the high, that would be the healthiest outcome. But I mean, I agree. I don't think the Liberal Party is saying better things, don't get me wrong, but saying something and doing it is another. And also, I just don't know if they're being strong.
So I sound like I'm out underwater. That's all right. I just won't talk for the rest of the show.
Yeah, and you're breaking up a bit. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's all right, mate. No, it's just, but you're pretty shocking at the moment. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, what's the you bring the clips in and we'll see how we go, guys. Just have a go.
Well, just what he's saying it's but it's actually corporate plutocracy. So best to leave the studio and return as a paid for immigrant. That's very funny. All right.
All right. I love it. Well, leave, come back as an immigrant, mate, and everything could be working fine, Caz. There'll be money in your card, clear stream. That was gold. Well done.
It. Okay, so the situation in the USA. Did you talk about that? We have like a heap of information on what's going on with regards to it, and one of them is this. So, I don't know if you guys can. All right. So what's happened is Timor and FEMA have come into an area, and they've taken all donations, food, clothing, and cash. And they're telling everyone to stand down. They don't actually need them to volunteer. So people are actually on here, and they're posting and they're saying, give it to the church because the church will give it to them directly. So, I
know there is one church up there that they have got on board, guys. All right, that is helping out and looking after money and that to people. But FEMA's taking funds. They're doing all sorts of things. The town. One of the towns has been told that it's just going to get bulldozed, guys. Right, this is what's going on. But, continue on, Caz.
No, well, this is what I'm talking about here. But this is the town. It's just going to be bulldozed, bodies and all. So.
And, look, whether this is correct, guys, I don't know. But this doesn't surprise me at all. You know, this is just a step up from our Northern Rivers, guys. Just one step up. They'll just come in. We know the lithium's up there. You know, there's many, like I've always said to you, there's 5 tentacles, all right? And then there's 5 off there, 5 off there, 5. And then each one of them have got 5, 5, 5, 5. This is how these guys are set up. You know, we're just talking in the studio before, and I was just saying to Cazz, you know, I called it tranquil, I think. I don't know. I called it something. But, yeah, it's their playbook is actually, you know, like, yeah, they're good. All right, but they don't understand they're up against us and God, you know, but these guys are good, how they're laying all this out now. They're integrating HARP, you know what I mean? You know, they're wiped out the red, you know, a lot of red vote there, you know, and now guys, they're just not even going in there, stopping anyone that wants to go in there. You know, it's going to get rough. We said it was going to get rough, and I'm telling you, yeah, we are so lucky. We are so God blessed to be in this country. But I tell you, they're going to screw you over here. Don't be surprised if the same thing happens with your bank. All right. You know, we don't know what's going on yet, but there's a lot of people in America that say, yeah, we'll have a look at what's going on over there.
Well, the interesting thing is Kamala has offered $750 per American. So you meant to rebuild your house and everything else with $750. Also, there was a report going around earlier that they weren't able to get the National Guard released to come and help because they might need them for war. And as we've seen, there's been strikes. We'll get to that. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, Jake,
yeah,
you're
God
right.
is going to cut them down, Valerie. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's it. All right. So actually, let's go to Bank of America first. So let's have a look at this.
You should be worrying about this. I have Bank of America and I'm worried about this. Starting at 12 p.m. today, people have been reporting to Down Detector that they cannot get into their Bank of America bank accounts. And if they can get into their Bank of America bank accounts, their balances are reporting 0. This has happened to about 20,000 people so far, and it's still an ongoing issue right now. And it's 3:57 p.m. Eastern. I just logged into my bank account and I see my money. But the issue is that people that see their money are going to the ATMs to try to take their money out, and they can't get their money out of the ATMs. The best part about all of this is that Bank of America has made no comment on the situation. That is too shady for me.
What do you mean the bank is out of money? Insolvent? You only have enough cash for the next 3 customers! Hey, what's this?
Just a second here. No, I don't have your money here. It's in Bill's house and Fred's house.
Hey, what the hell you doing with my money in your house, Fred?
That's how they do it, guys. They put it back on you, and they get the unrest back into the civil community. This is, you know, the Simpsons, man. We all know. You know, they've been telling us. They've been telling us for a long, long time. All right, and how well did they script it? How well is this playbook written, guys, that they could actually do those Simpson predictions, all right, and lay them all out like they have? So well orchestrated this. Anyway, comment, Cazz?
It's just precog or premonition stuff. Basically 101 really, isn't it? Basically, it's how they put it out there for us. But anyway, look, there's lots of good news, and there's lots of stuff coming out about all sorts of people at the moment. But Jaguar Wright was interviewed overnight, and this is what she had to say.
He's got everybody on tape. They all know it.
For those who were never at these freak-off parties, what were they like?
See, this is the thing. Everything that I'm about to say to you is not my firsthand knowledge. It's my firsthand witness account experience. I was a sex worker. I was a dominatrix before I got my record deal. That's how I know how the dark world and the sex world and the entertainment world run hand in hand. That's why the movie Blink Twice is so important. Salute to Zoe Kravitz. The sex workers that I have worked with throughout the years and continue to work with even to this day have worn hidden cameras. I have my own tapes. I've seen what they do. The ritualistic behaviors, the drugging, putting girls in the suitcases, dumping them in alleyways. It's horrifying. And it's all done under the protection of this is going to be paid off. There's another NDA. This is going to be, it's terrible.
It seems to have been something that a lot of people knew about, but people were simply too scared to talk about.
Everyone knows. And every person that's sitting there trying to act surprised knows very well. The whole point of this, like Cat Williams said when he sat with Shay Shay earlier this year, the whole point of this is for them in a coordinated effort to pretend like none of it is real for the public's perception. But everyone knows what's going on, and it's been going on for years. It's been going on for Diddy. See, people keep looking at him like he's the Sputnik that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stop making ditties. And if we're going to do that, then we got to go back. We got to go back to even further the mentors of these people. Because Diddy was taught how to do what he does systematically. And Clive Davis has been his greatest teacher.
So it's really industrial scale.
Yep.
Which we've been talking about for a long time. But when you get somebody of her, like her basically stating it, then it's just mind-blowing, really.
It's crazy,
now,
man.
Denzel Washington has come out and he has basically said Denzel Washington once screamed at Diddy after a party. Now, Ariel has said basically that no, Denzel was heavily involved. Denzel has also been named by Ali Carter as being a perpetrator. So, yeah, it's just like the size and scale of who's going to be named is just incredible.
It's all of them. They're all going to be named. The list is very, very long, guys. Everyone's, it's just not just a couple in Hollywood. It's everyone in Hollywood that's been to them parties, man. They all got juiced and they all got blackmailed.
Yeah, and I put out a list of who's been speaking out, 50 Cent, Cat Williams, and who's not worried. And Kevin Sorbo said that he left Hollywood because he couldn't stand it. And the list of people is actually really short. It's like 6 names. 6 names of all of the people in Hollywood. It's just terrible.
Yep. Anyway, it's all going to keep coming out. Anyway, yeah, there's more. There's a heap of indictments involved in that, I think. So let's watch it.
Now, this is going to trigger warning, Dave. You're going to get triggered on this one. All right. So Ryan Park has weighed in on the link between chest pain and the COVID vaccine.
You're kidding.
Some people presented 2 our EDs with chest pain after the vaccination.
Ryan. Can you come on the show, please, Ryan? We'd really like to. After your wife did she win that court case, Mel?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, court case going on about your wife at the fraternity club, and yeah, I know you're suing them. Yeah, it'd be good to talk, Ryan, and I could really educate you, Mr. Ryan Park, the New South Wales Health Minister, who is now realising that COVID vaccines are actually causing some heart issues. Wow. How long have I been screaming at you, Ryan, and been ignored by you, bro? How many emails have I sent you and clips have I sent you? I mean, I haven't sent too many because otherwise they'd arrest me for it, guys, as using a carriage, for harassment. But I have sent him a few, and I've sent him some very pertinent stuff too. But you've looked at nothing, Ryan. So, Mr. Brian Park, here's your chance once again. come to the table, bro. Let's have a chat. Let's educate the people of New South Wales on what you and your cronies have done to them. That's what I'd like to do. Anyway, I can't see that happening anytime soon, so I'll book other people to interview. In the meantime, if you ring up, I'll cancel one of them. No problem.
All right, I'm going to play these. This is a report from the Appalachian Mountains. This is what's going on there. So it's not just North Carolina; it's also up in the Appalachian areas.
Carolina. So, my name is Jonathan Howard. I'm a member of the Florida State Guard Special Missions Unit, and I'm also up here with Aerial Recovery, a nonprofit. I came up here on Sunday with Aerial Recovery before we even got activated. We flew up here, and then we got activated, which is great. I have my team up here working as well. Here's the problem. I'm going to tell you everything that's happening from the ground, what I'm actually seeing, because what they're telling you is complete bullshit on the news, and these politicians don't have a fucking clue, and they're lying. And I'll say this now, I'll say it at the end of the video. The only thing I need from this video is helicopters. If I have helicopters, I can save lives. Without helicopters, I can't reach these people. It doesn't matter how many chainsaws and trucks I got, I can't get to them. They're 10 miles in, 20 miles, 40 miles in the mountains. There's no way to get with them or even communicate with them. I am literally flying around in a civilian helicopter looking for SOS messages carved in the mud or painted on the ground, and we're dropping down and saving them. What got me fired up about this was yesterday, me and my team did the rescue of that 11-day-old baby. And all these government officials and social media, they're showing that video, that pictures and video of that rescue, and claiming that like they have some like government help with that. And I mean, even USA, I think it was USA Today, wrote an article about it, saying it was a Florida National Guard that went and got it, like with a helicopter. No, it was me, my buddy Charlie, and a civilian named Zeb with his own personal helicopter out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Like without that civilian, that baby would be dead. And the old lady we went and rescued after that, she'd be dead too, because she had 1 day left of oxygen. No one was going to go get them. I will tell you, when we go up in the air, I probably see 40 civilian helicopters, and I might see 2 Blackhawks, National Guard, military, whatever they are. That's it. No one's out there doing rescues. I have my entire team up here from Florida right now, and they have no ability to go rescue these people other than what they can drive to. And the people that are in dire need, they're out in the mountains. They are completely cut off. Now,
We'll leave it there, but anyway, all of the clips will be available up on the website, but it's just the situation there is really horrendous, but you can see the people pulling together. Did you want to comment on that, Dave, before we go?
Yeah, no, you did right. They're stopping them everywhere, guys. But yeah, and this is what we've been talking about, guys. Look, I don't know what's going to happen here, okay? I got my thoughts, okay? But, but you need to know people in your community. All right, especially you people that are maybe in some hilled areas, all right, or some places where, it's likely for you to be cut off, if HARP goes ballistic, and whacks big storms in. So we need to know our communities, guys. This is another whole idea of, getting together in your community, because when the heat comes on, you know what I mean, we can help each other. All right, but you got to know who in your community is with you, who's awake. That's why I'm trying to rally the troops in Wollongong. To come together, guys. All right. We got a couple of fractions out there. We got the windmill guys. We got this, we got that, but we all should know each other. We all should be working together. We should all be permanently camped outside of Ryan Parks at Corrimal. Alison Burns Scully in Crown Street, and across the road to the other part of the $500,000 takeout of Wollongong's money at Paul Scully's. We should have a whole lot of people out, guys. All right, waking people up, but it's not happening. Wollongong, it's not happening. Other towns, it's not happening. What's it going to take for us to get to where other countries have got to actually make a change? I don't know, but I hope we can.
Well, here are these people, and they're actually banding together, and they're basically sorting out their own needs.
Get ready to pay your due. Oh God, come back home.
right, so they're banding together, sorting out their
They're-
own
yeah,
stuff.
they
We
are,
also got-
and they will. But that's beside the point. They shouldn't have to. There's no Chinooks, there's no Black Hawks, there's no nothing, guys. No nothing. Like you just said. You know, and they're stopping them guys with their choppers doing it.
Yeah, and Mayorkas has actually said that they have another flood. FEMA's not going to have any money. Well, why? Because it's all going to the Ukraine. But you've got this really good situation where these guys use a drone to fly the baby formula up into the mountains.
This guy's flying a link way up there so we can get over the mountain.
So everybody understands.
Yep.
You see that mountain range up there? That's 2,000 feet of elevation. We're taking it over the 2,000 feet of elevation to the other side. So it's not nearly a height thing, but once we go over the range, we're losing signal. So the T-30 goes up there with the relay, sits on top of the mountain, and that doubles our range.
So what you guys can't see, there's a tiny drone up there with a relay so that this big drone could get those supplies over the mountain.
Go, you guys.
Like, brilliant. Like, because in a drone, you've only got a certain amount of area to cover. So what they've done is they've got two drones, and they've got one with a link, and they're going through the link down to the with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And what were they taking in there? Baby formula, guys. They were getting baby formula in. You know, this is no joke. You know, the government has really, really gone for broke here and let the people down, mate. They are not interested. I saw Kamala sitting in a press conference, people firing questions at her, and she wouldn't even answer it. She just sat there with a smirk on her face, and it was about the floods, you know. But anyway, we expect nothing less. Okay, this is what we're up against, guys. It is called pure evil. Pure evil.
Well, there's chaos happening around the world as well, because you've got the situation where basically the US has just dropped a bomb. Was it US? Sorry, no, Israel. Let's bring that in.
Yeah.
All right. So what's happened is just in bomb dropped by US in World War II explodes on the airport in Japan. That's what's happening. You've also got the situation where the Israel has just bombed the where is it? The Russian military base here in Syria. The Khamenei air base is what Israel has just struck in Syria. And also Israeli defense support forces. So, like US Civil Defense News is stating that World War III has happened. You've also the Yemen side in Tel Aviv. Yeah, so they're really trying to bring on World War III.
They are exactly what they're trying to do. They're going to do anything they have to try and push this play button on World War III, guys. That is for sure. All right, and Putin and that have got their hands full at the moment. I can tell you, because these guys are really testing their limits. So all we can do, as I said, you are blessed to be in Australia, guys, but they're going to treat us different. All right, I don't know. As I said, I got a few suspicions. Okay, but they're going to have to pull something pretty drastic here. They really are, because it's coming to that time. This is a lockstep, guys. All right, so if they're getting to there in America, they got to start and push us a little bit harder over here in Britain, in Canada, other Western democracies that they've still got their tentacles in. All right, they're losing grip on a lot of them. They've gotten the bricks and that, but we're still contending with them. So, expect the unexpected, guys. That's what I would tell you.
Mm-hmm. Well, the people are really pushing back. There's a very good speech here. This is in Ireland.
Your own identity. You do not have your own culture. You do not have your own way of life. We Irish people fought the British for 800 years, and now we handed over our freedom to the EU, which wants to replace the great plantation of the modern day Ireland. The British tried to do it.
Well done, well done.
But the EU is a bigger dictatorship than what the British Empire ever was. And remember this, ladies and gentlemen, people power prevails because we have the numbers. The politicians are only the 1% and the elites. If we stand up, we can take control of our town, stop this from happening, and stop the clergy.
We'll leave that there. Now, also, there's some interesting stuff here. Now, Rod, someone from the Great Australia Party brought a ChatGPT about the legitimacy of the Australian government. And the AI has actually said yes, based on a strict constitutionalist interpretation regime in Australia since at least 1986 and probably since 1973, it's illegitimate and unconstitutional. This is due to the significant constitutional changes, the Styles and Titles Act in 1973 and the Australia Act of 1986. So even the AI knows.
AI even knows it. What's happening out there? You think they'd hide that from AI, wouldn't you? So, yeah, that's very interesting that is available on an AI, actually. Very interesting because, yeah, we all know this, guys. This is what we've been educating ourselves on for the last 4 or 5 years now, isn't it? You know, because in Australia, it's all about, you know, their jurisdiction that they say that they have, and they don't have any. All right. And what they did have, you know, they gave away to give away to the New World Order and the UN. And they started to really do that with the Lima Agreement in 73. And then following through to the Australia. Right. And, you know, it was never carried. You know, the referendums weren't even had. You know, well, one of them was, but I mean, yeah. And then they go and announce it on a Sunday in Parliament, Margaret Thatcher passes the law. So, yeah. And now we find out our Hansard documents are, you know, laying on an island down in, you know, Port Phillip Bay. Like, hello? Never to be taken from the archives. Illegal to be taken from the archives, but they were removed. Okay. When does the island become usable? 1975. Just after we've done all the paperwork on everything that happened from 73 to then get rid of it. Guys, this is just incredible, man. The pieces we are finding to the puzzle now are unbelievable. They're just putting everything together. This is the biggest rort in history worldwide. We know it. And we've got all the goss on it. We know. Anyway, we got to let everybody else know. That's that's the thing. That's the trick.
That's it. All right, so a bit of key news. We had
Yahoo about next steps and Israeli retaliation. Remember that near the top of the list of things President Biden says he wants to.
So you can see that queue in the corner. Also, while Trump was talking today, the banner scrolled past with Nasara Jassar. And as well as that, you've got him actually admitting that you need a military operation. Yeah.
How do you keep American law enforcement safe and our border patrol safe? And how do you keep the weapons out of the hands of the cartel?
We need a military operation. What's happening, what you're just telling me, we need a military operation. These people have become military. They're very rich. They have a lot of money. They're among the richest people probably in the world. They're very rich and they're very evil. And people are dying at levels that nobody's ever seen from fentanyl poisoning. And it comes through the border, comes from China and through the border, and we're going to get it stopped. We're going to have to get in some military action. We're going to take, if we need military, look, they're killing 300,000 people a year. I think it's more than that. You know, they always say 100, 102. It's over 300,000 people are being killed from fentanyl and drugs that come over the border. We're going to do something about it. That's like...
Interesting.
Needs a military operation. Well, I think there is one going on, but I think that one that's going on is in a big arm wrestle, but I think we're starting to get the upper hand, guys. That's the feeling we've got. But as I said, as we start to actually, like win the arm wrestle and get them over to here, they're just going to have people run in and punch us in the ribs. You know what I mean? So that we drop back to here again. All right. And you're going to get them over there. And the next time they come in, they're going to kick you in the haggats. Right. Boom. And you'll be back up to here again. All right. And it's just going to be a constant arm wrestle, guys, until we actually lay them on the mat. But this is going to be tough.
All right, we've been taken out by Counterfeit World by 5 times August. So, Dave, if you want to wrap up so I can bring that in.
Yeah, well, like I say, guys, they're showing you exactly who they are now. All right, we've always known who they were. All right, how much of this the general public's seeing on the mainstream, I don't know. I would presume not much at all. I would presume there's support packages going out left, right, and centre for all these poor victims. All right, we know the truth. The mainstream media, I don't know what it's saying, but I can tell you what, guys, it'll be painting a good picture of Kamala and Biden, and it'll be painting a shocking picture of Trump. So, yeah, look, this is where we are, people. They are showing you their hand. They are going to show you how far they will go to bring what? Civil unrest, distraught, disaster. All right, just the breaking of the human spirit, but the troops are rallying up down there. All right, and you watch this over the next few days. You watch the good stories that come out of here. You watch, they put out the senators. I've got it somewhere, actually. They put out the senators who actually told people not to make action. Where was it? Anyway, I had it in here somewhere, guys. But yeah, it was let's just see if I can't find it. It was all of them, phone numbers, the lot. They just put out there. I don't know where it is. But anyway, yeah, so there was 4 of them within that area, right? The Tennessee, North Carolina. And people are just ringing them up and voicing their opinion. So I can see things changing, okay, but I can see it changing by what? By the patriot movement on the ground, Them guys aren't going to let them, the Americans aren't going to let them win these little battles like this. And this is not a little battle. It's a pretty huge one, actually, guys. Big voter area, lithium in the ground, people wiped out, whole towns just nailed. So they've just shown you what they're up against. So is that enough importance to, to look at that and know that it's time to get out again and yell it from the street corners? Yell it from the rooftops, guys. I think it is, because we just don't need that coming to our country, but they have the capabilities of doing it. All right, and when will they do it? When we rise up. Mark my words. They're going to keep screwing you down with laws and crap. And the moment we stand up, look out. The direct energy weapons will be out. Not to scare you guys. It doesn't matter. Don't live in fear. All right, the battle's on. All right, they've invited us. We're here, and we're ready for it. But guys, they're going to get as dirty as they have to get. So yeah, let's get the troops together, guys. It's time to, on the weekend, like we say, it's vaccine awareness. Let's use this month of vaccine awareness to get Forest of the Fallen out everywhere. All right, and start and wake people up. It is time, guys. It is time. So anyway, I'll leave it there. See you tomorrow night. Thanks for everything, people. All right, we've done a remarkable job. Absolutely remarkable. Let's keep going.
We got counterfeit boys dating counterfeit girls, making counterfeit love in a counterfeit world. Counterfeit news for the actual fools. Even obey all the counterfeit rules. Who's got power? Who's got control? Who's talking truth? Does anybody know who's in the shadows? Who cuts the deal? Who writes the script? Is any of it real in this counterfeit world? It's a counterfeit world. Counterfeit seeds growing counterfeit food. Counterfeit meat tasting counterfeit good. Counterfeit drugs in our actual blood. We don't know what it means. We don't know what it does. Who's got the power? Who's got control? Who's talking truth? Does anybody know? Who's in the shadow? Script, is any of it real in this counterfeit world? It's a counterfeit world. All right. It's a long way back when you feel all the real is gone. It's a long way back when you feel all the real is gone. But who's got the power? Who's got control? We've got the power. Let's take control. We got counterfeit gods for our counterfeit faith. Counterfeit fear for counterfeit states. Counterfeit cash spent on actual crap. It's a genuine steal and it don't actually last. Who's got the power? Who's got control? Who's got the truth? Does anybody know? Who's in the shadows? Who cuts the deals? Who writes the script? Is any of it real in this counterfeit world? It's a counterfeit world. It's a counterfeit world. It's a counterfeit world.